Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicky here. It is May 1st, and I have put out my astrology for the first 17 days of May, and I've also put out my Kabbalah, my little Kabbalah video for May, the specifics, and what makes May unique. What I haven't done in a while is I haven't done a card reading, and I want to do a reading, and I'm going to be using the Druid Craft Tarot in honor of May 1st. It is one of the cross-quarter days in the pagan calendar, so I'm going to use one of my favorite pagan decks. I have many of them, actually. And we'll take a look and see what lies ahead in May. This is a general reading for all of us, for the energy of May, what we're up against, and perhaps how we can best manage the energy we find ourselves in. Now, I live in the United States, so there may be some inclinations or intimations about that, but we'll see. We'll see what the cards come up, how the cards come up for May. I'm also going to maybe pick an oracle card as well, but we'll see how the reading goes. All right, so let me just cut the cards here and see what we have for May. We start with the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is dynastic wealth, old money, or family money. And so there are some people now making a lot of money, but there's a lot of people who have worked diligently to bring financial security to their family, who perhaps are not doing as well, but the primary concern here is money, security, and security for the family. Let's see what challenges that in May. Anxiety, right? Anxiety, fear, nightmares, the worst possible scenario. This is a card associated in the Tree of Life with Yesod, which is the Sephirth of the moon. And it is the foundation. Yesod means foundation. So emotionally, we are very fraught. We are afraid, or we are fearful for our security, the security of our families. Now, that could be financial security. It could also be physical safety. For those who are not necessarily, worried about the dynastic money, they are certainly worried about the health and welfare of their families. Let's see what's at the root of this. The Seven of Pentacles. This is about harvesting, but maybe harvesting before we're ready to harvest. It's not quite time yet. Things haven't reached their full fruition. The Seven of Pentacles also is a card. First of all, it's a Venus card in the system that I use. It's connected to Netzach, the Sephirth of Venus. And Venus just moved into Aries at the end of last month, at the end of April, and will conjoin Neptune tomorrow on the 2nd of May. So this is bringing up the Neptune, this is bringing up the Venus energy. And of course, Venus is about our relationships. It's our relationships to others. It's our relationship to ourselves. It's our relationship to our money and our values, and our resourcefulness. So at the root of this is people are concerned if and whether they have the resources or the resourcefulness to have a safe and firm foundation. It is a foundational card. This is what's in the subconscious. In the past, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So in the past, we had security. Seems like Pentacles are the top of mind. But of course, that makes sense because Pentacles is Earth, and Earth, we're in the Taurus season. So we've had security and safety in the past. In the sky, we have the King of Swords. This is dominion over the mind. So this is in the sky. This could be what is at top of mind, but it could also be what Spirit is offering you. And this is a card of discernment and a card of not to take action unless you've thought it out well. to have dominion over your mind. And he does hold the sword of justice and the sword of truth. So people are, I think, wondering what can they do on the perhaps the legal front, and maybe that's what with all the a lot of things going to court, a lot of those executive orders, which have always been illegal, finally sort of getting their day in court. But that's sort of what's at top of mind. Perhaps how can we legally change things, or what's our legal and this also would include, I think, people who are worried about their families just getting deported or getting pulled off the streets, or being traumatized. And what are the legal ramifications of that? So in the immediate future, we have the Four of Pentacles. This is holding tight onto your money. So I feel like people are gonna where they would normally perhaps spend things, they're gonna lock up their money. They're gonna try to do with less at this time, which I think is probably a good thing. Not so much for the economy, because we are a consumer economy, but the economy is going off the cliff anyway, and that has to do with what's been going on with the administration, mostly. All right, how it's seen from the outside, that we are courageous and trying to hold our ground. Our domestic situation, we're at a crossroads. We're deciding what direction to take. We're kind of stuck at that crossroads. Most people just don't, I think, know what action to take. It's sort of a wait and see kind of energy. Hopes and fears. The Eight of Cups, this is walking away from something. I think this could be the hope in some people's mind that the administration will walk away from their policies, or fear of abandonment. This is an abandonment card, so it's a fear of abandonment. Fear we're being abandoned. And the outcome, the Prince of Cups. This is an offering of love. So there is something coming, an offering of something, an offering of hope, perhaps. I'm going to pull some more, see if we can. Five of Pentacles, which is bankruptcy. I'm going to pick 3 cards if I can get a major arcana. The Three of Wands, waiting for our ships to come in, waiting for something, and then the rebirth, the judgment. Decision time is made. So some big decisions are going to come. There is going to be a little help, a little aid, whether it feels more like emotional support. Now, I did just see Kamala Harris do a speech at, I guess, the Emergence conference, and she talked about the first 100 days, and she did give somewhat of a pep talk for us. And perhaps that's the kind of thing that we're going to see. We're going to start to see people offering hope, offering solutions, offering love, offering aid. We're all in this together. We do not have to think we're all alone in this, even though that is a fear for us. But it does look like there is going to be a downturn, more of a downturn in the economy. And yet hope springs eternal. The Three of Wands is a very hopeful card. It's looking out from your environment for opportunities. So we're going to be looking for opportunities in other places. And then we have the Rebirth card, which is the Judgment card, which is judgment comes down. So some sort of big judgment is coming down in May. Let's see what's underneath it. Oh, okay, the Sword of Justice, the Ace of Swords. The Nine of Cups, which can be a little debaucherous in its nature, but it can also be getting your wishes. And then the Two of Cups, a new relationship, a new contract. So I do feel like the primary concern this month is money, which is reasonable considering we're on the precipice at least here in the U.S. And as the U.S. goes, I think probably the world goes to a certain extent, even though we're losing our position in the world. And China will be more than happy to take that over, although I'm not really sure they, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We still do, we still do hold a lot of cards. Talking about the cards, right? We do hold a lot of cards. So I think by the end of the month, or the outcome is a new sense of rising out from the dead, more and more. But this is the awakening card, the card of awakening. So more and more people are going to awaken. Is something drastic going to happen? No. I feel like there are some legal things that come up that sort of blunt some of the administration stuff. But mostly people are concerned about their resources and their families. But we're a pretty resourceful bunch, I think, even though we don't always get the, you know, sometimes we're seen as like the spoiled Americans, but it's not easy being in America, even though we have a lot of, we do have a lot of opportunity here. It is kind of the land of opportunity, but it is really a dog-eat kind of dog opportunity, so it's not as easy as it may seem. But then nobody has it easy, right? All right, so that's what I see for May. I think I'm going to leave it at that. And I may do a couple more readings today. I wanted to do this out here in the garden with all the birds singing because it's just so very noisy here. All right, have yourself a great month. I will see you during the month. I'll see you every morning. And a special announcement, I'm going to be doing another introduction to the Kabbalah class. So if you guys enjoy the way I work with the Kabbalah, you too can learn how to work with the Kabbalah in the way that I do. And so that's going to be starting in May. I believe it's going to start on the 3rd week of May. And I believe it's going to be Thursdays. I will make further announcements and tighten it up for people. But come join us and learn how to climb the tree of life. All right. Take care, everyone. Much love. Namaste.